In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So you just watched the video, and what do you think? What do you think about fear?
I have a lot of it.
Yeah. I love that because I think what you're seeing there is truth like distilled to its bottom layer, which is the things usually that we avoid the most or fear the most are the things that we either need the most or will grow the most from.
Yeah. But do you also think sometimes a healthy level of fear helps protect us?
Oh, absolutely. I think we evolved. Fear protected us. Fear kept us from jumping in the ocean before we knew
I'm
knew
here
how
to
to
support a little
swim.
fear.
Yeah, there's absolutely a place for fear, and there's rational fear, and there's irrational fear, and there's probably fear, a calculated risk. I think fear and risk should be separated. That's probably what I think is fear and risk should be separated. Is that we're afraid of a lot of things. You can be afraid to go off a high dive, and you're trying to evaluate the risk of it. I mean, you could also be afraid to go speak in front of people. Public speaking could be a fear. Not really that risky on the scheme of things. So it's just like an irrational fear, like the fear of being embarrassed or the fear of like screwing up, looking dumb. Those are fears of it. And I think if we can separate fear from risk and then evaluate things based on their risk level rather than their fear level, that's what I think. And that's what I think it's trying to say.
So what would you do if you had no fear?
Well, I think you guys are going to see a lot of that over the next couple of years. We've got a lot of plans, and there's definitely risk into it, but not a lot of fear.
Just so you know, I will carry all the fear for both of us, and David will move forward with no fear.
And I think that's the difference because we're about to go on a pretty big journey. I think we're going to go on this really big journey over the next couple of years where we're going to be taking a lot of calculated risks, and those risks are in exchange for opportunity. Actually, I'll say it this way. Think of all the things you are most scared of or the most fearful of or the most risky from or experience the most risk from. How did those compare with the times where you took no risk and no fear? Where did you get more growth from?
Oh, for sure. From doing the things I was afraid of.
Yeah, I can't think of anything like any of the biggest risks or biggest mistakes I made are still the things I learned the most from. That's that saying, you win or you learn.
Yeah.
And I really believe that. I think everything that I've put myself out there for, I either won or I learned a hell of a lot from.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me what's a couple things that you maybe won or learned from?
Well, I mean, I think getting into real estate, I was super afraid to do that in the beginning. That was really outside my wheelhouse. That's something that you pushed me to do, that you believed that I could do. Lo and behold,
how it worked out, yeah.
Who knew? That one, I think building the Park City house was a huge risk and a lot of work. And yeah, I mean, we did it.
Yeah. Well, and I look at it from me. Some of the biggest risks I took, one, getting married. That felt really risky for me. I was scared of it. Ended up being the very best decision I've ever made.
He totally played it off really well, though. He did not seem super scared on the wedding day.
But it was scary and it was risky. That was easily the best decision I made as an adult. Yeah. I think other times where I've risked a lot, for fights, there's fights where I won, and I got to feel really good. There's also fights where I lost. And when I took those, I learned so much from those. I mean, at some point I learned I should probably retire. Stop taking fights. I had to take a few of those for me to really sink in the lesson. But then along with that is, some of the other business risks I took. Some of the biggest risks, or even biggest losses, end up becoming the biggest wins. I think of my time back at E-Trade and conflict I had there, and like quitting my job, and that felt really risky, and it was really risky.
Really risky. I was there for it.
And but that helped me level up. I worked at Schwab, and by leveling up, working at Schwab and running and managing branches and states there, opened up more opportunities for me. Going back to school, all that was created because of that. I overcame that fear. What am I going to do? This company I've worked at for a decade, and I left. Give me more.
Well, the interesting thing that I think about with all that is that, in my brain, it's like we've never failed in my brain. But what I realize is we have failed. We just didn't see them as failures, because with each thing we failed, but then we leveled up. It was like, okay, well, we're losing right now. What can we do to do better?
Yes. I think you said it so well, because I really think all that fear is, it's a fear of failure. Because for most of us, we're very lucky, we're very fortunate. For the most time, our fears are tied to things that aren't going to be, we die. Like, the worst thing that happens is we fail. We lose money, or we have to go get another job, or we have to go take our kids to a different school, or we have to, live on the goodwill of friends for a bit. Those are the worst case scenarios for us, because we're very lucky and very fortunate. But I think everyone really, for not everyone, but most people in America are dealing with this concept that we let fear dictate our opportunities. And I love the video because it's saying, don't fear it, evaluate it, and then take that risk and do it, right? Because on the other side of fear is growth.
Yeah, and that's pretty much been everything. Despite the fact of any failure that comes up, somehow with enough tenacity, you can make it through.
Yeah. And so we're going to be doing a lot of things that are going to be scary, going to have some fear in the next couple of months, couple of years. But on the other side of that is a lot of opportunity, not just for us, but for the people we care about, the people we've said we want them in our lives, we want them in our circle, and we want to be able to give more to other people, and there are people that can help us with that. So please stick around for those journeys.